Hello everyone and welcome back to SAFC Fan TV. Sunderland have just defeated Lincoln 1-0 at home, of course, at the Stadium of Light through a Charlie White header. Myself, Conrad and Deano are going to do a quick little review of the game after the live stream. Deano, I'll go to you first. A dull game tonight, not the greatest performance, but it's a win. You know, are we pleased with that, or are you a little bit concerned about the performance still?
I think you said Lincoln. Did you say Lincoln at the start there? I feel like you said Lincoln, not Swindon.
Well, if I did say Lincoln, it was Swindon Town, either or.
I mean, I am happy we got 3 points. I'm a bit disappointed we didn't score more goals. I did say I want 2 goals because these are the worst defence in the league, but we made them look like they had the best defence in the league. I mean, it was a poor game. I mean, I felt like I was saying Deano Sanderson and Luke O'Nine's name more than the strikers and the wingers. It was that kind of game. Everything was sideways and backwards. We couldn't create anything. The only chances them created were in the first half with a free kick. So when we went 1-0 up, it was like them were like, oh, we'll settle for a draw. But as soon as they went 1-0 down, they went, right, we're going to have to chuck everything at it. And they tried the hardest, and they did have the odd chance to hit the bar. Lee Burge made a good save on a one-on-one. So when we went 1-0 down, they came at us, and we dealt with it very well. It's a clean sheet, which I'm quite happy with. But going forward, it was horrible to see how uncreative we were against the worst defensive team in the league.
Yeah, I know what you mean about saying Sanderson and O'Nine's. You know, obviously we're doing the commentary in the game. It felt as if, you know, the two of them, you know, were Power who seemed to be the other centre back on the night, were just knocking it between themselves all game. And as I say, we struggled to get the ball up the pitch and into the final third. Conrad, does job done just sum up tonight's performance really?
Yeah, but almost perfectly. It wasn't pretty, but we've got it finished there. It was just like Deano said, it was just a poor game. Like you said, you felt you were saying the centre backs' names more and more. It was just passing it about the back for the sake of passing it about the back. Really, at times there, especially like I think it was 5-10 minutes before half time. It just felt like we were almost just going, let's just get to half time and we'll reassess there. So it was just back across one way, then just back again the other, just back again that way. Just nothing much in the game. And then when we finally did score, which always seems to be now a sort of a good cross in and Charlie White heads it into the far corner every time. Like you say, Swindon woke up at that point on there and felt like they had to come and get something from the game. I think Deano said during the live stream they came to literally take a point from this game and frustrate us. And it's been the way with a lot of teams this season. So it was actually nice for a change to sort of go, okay, you sat there and played that way for 70 minutes, but we did break you down. We did steal the 1 goal off you, and then we held on to it after and there. And I do say held on because, well, in the last 2 minutes when they rattled the bar and then had the corner come in, it did feel a bit like it was a hanging on jobby.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely spot on what you say in terms of the assessment of Swindon Town. They came, sat back, and it wasn't until we actually got our goal I thought they showed any intent at all of going forward. And when they did go forward, of course, they had the 2 chances. The one that Burge managed to get out to, and then there was the one, as you say, that hit the bar, and then the one that went over as well. But they never really challenged us. Do you know, are you at all concerned about the performance? Is there any kind of worry, I guess, going into the rest of the season where, you know, we can't just play like that every week?
Well, there was a stage where we were playing like that every week anyway and grinding results and getting results. But then the last couple of weeks we've been playing okay. We've played better. We've scored goals. We've kept clean sheets. And then obviously we had a bit of a hiccup when we drew the last game 2-2. We all know this team is very, like I say, they're not good enough. There's a lot of people saying they're not good enough, but people do believe they are good enough. It just depends on what team turns up on the day, really. I mean, we do struggle to break teams down. We do only have one way of playing, and that's really coming down the wings. And when that's nullified, we struggle to create chances. Luckily, Chris Maguire whips in a lovely ball in. I don't think it was in for Charlie White. It was just put into a dangerous area, and Charlie White got his head onto it, and it's lovely. It's settled lovely in the bottom corner. But we did have the odd other chance when they were attacking where, I mean, Chris Maguire had a one-on-one. It was 2v1 against a defender. Instead of passing it to Diamond, he had a shot. Yeah. I thought it was a bit greedy on his part. I think he should have played Diamond through. But it's 3 points. I'm going to look past this game. I am disappointed in the way we played, but it's 3 points. And it, like you say, it's just a job done. We had to get the job done tonight.
You're trying your best not to dominate today.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, no, I am as well. Like it's one of those things where the performance didn't excite us really throughout the game, and it was a tough watch, to be honest with you, at times. And it hasn't filled us with confidence going into the rest of the season. But if you can pick results up in performances like that, and especially after Crew Alexander last Saturday, where we were 2-0 down, we of course came back to draw the game after not really looking like we were in it. Tonight we didn't perform brilliantly, but we actually picked up a win. A player touched on there, Chris Maguire got the assist, of course, from that free kick out on the right hand side, floated in. Charlie White headed in. He got the equaliser last Saturday, Conrad. He's last 2 games he's come off the bench and made an impact. Do you see him maybe doing this consistently more, or do you think he should get his chance in the first team now?
No, I think impact coming off the bench is still the best thing for him there. I think I said during the game, it's like, if he keeps doing this, then great. Yes, he will be sort of knocking on the door, asking for another first team chance on there. But I think we'll still have people all going like, see, I told you he was the greatest player of all time. And it's like, you've scored 1 goal and got 1 assist in 2 games. What about all the other games you've played this season? Or, you didn't do anything for us there. So it's a bit too soon to be jumping on going, he should be in the team, because look at Jones. He scored 1 goal the other day that got us back into it. And then he was pretty poor today. And I know he was kind of out of position, and you can sort of make an excuse for that on there. But I think he just wasn't at the game today. Just didn't seem to be, all there. But yeah, as long as the players are putting a shift in and contributing, then every one of them should be given their chance.
Yeah, definitely. Deano, is it possible today at all to pick him out of the match? Or I can't really think of one myself.
It's got to. You're all right. A lot of the individual performances were quite poor. I thought, like, Scowen does what Scowen does. He gets about the pitch, gets in tackles. I thought Carl Winchester, I didn't really like. He just looks like the same playing midfield as we've got. Everything sideways. What? Pardon, sorry.
A bit anonymous, I thought, is how some of Winchester's performance.
Everything was just sideways. It was just sideways and backwards. I want to see more from the centre midfielders, but that's just me. Even McGeady and Jones, I didn't think McGeady had a flashy game. I thought McFadzean played okay. I thought McFadzean kept Garrett quite quiet. But I'm going to give man of the match to anyone, possibly Luke O'Nien or Dion Sanderson, because Luke O'Nien's out of position and he still looks solid, and Dion Sanderson he looks a class above. So it's probably got to go at one of the defenders for me.
Yeah, a player we've touched on a little bit was Jordan Jones. I'm just going to quickly give my view. I think as much as he wasn't in the game, which he didn't do a lot before he got taken off, I think Maguire might have come on these plays off the top of my head. I don't think he was playing in the right position. I think if you want to get the most out of him, I think he could do better on the wing. And just with playing the 3-4-3, those 2 forwards who tend to play just off White, which I think we were all in agreement that tonight was 4-3-3. 3-4-3, I mean.
3-4-3, yeah.
3-4-3, yeah. I think when you're one of those 2 forwards just off the main striker, you end up spending a lot of time centrally as opposed to getting out wide. So that's maybe why we didn't see the best out of them. But Conrad, we're 4th in the table with 3 points behind Lincoln, who are in 3rd, 5 points behind Hull, who are in 2nd. But we've got 2 games in hand. Can we catch up the top 2 tonight? And is tonight a real statement of, we don't have to play very well to pick up results?
Yeah, that's exactly what you want coming into the business end of the season now, which it sounds strange to say, but all right, Storm, you haven't seen him for a while, everyone. He's still here.
2.5 hours we've been on the night. Hasn't made an appearance, so just about to wrap things up, and comes on to make a cameo.
Exactly. He's happy that we won. I think just because, where was it? I think Doncaster are 2 games in hand on us, and they're only 2 points behind us as well, so they're not out of it yet. It's still all really tight, but it seems weird to say that in March we're coming into the business end of the season now, and this is the time where winning matters more than how you play. Like, I know earlier on in the season, I think me and Deano had a couple of things where it was like, I want performance over the sort of results and bits like that. At the start of the season, we had a lot of games where we didn't play well, and we were somehow getting results out of it there. But now, especially at this time, is you just get the points on the board. I don't care how you play. You just get them on the board anyway. Yeah,
I think when it's earlier on in the season, sometimes I look at the performance a little bit now. But as you say, we're coming into the business end of the season now when points are all that really matters. As much as you do want to see your team playing well, I think all that matters is the points are getting the board. And Conrad, I'll conclude with the same question I just asked Deano. But can you pick a man of the match tonight? Because I know that I certainly can't really. I can't think of anyone.
I mean, Burge, when he was called upon, he made that sort of one save, and he caught the other free kick that sort of came down his throat there. You probably have to give it to one of the defenders. They sort of headed everything out. There was only one real chance they got through on the keeper there. I'd probably give it to Sanderson. Like you say, he's just a class above. I won't give it to 09 yet. But it is interesting that we're still keeping clean sheets when we've only got one actual defender as part of the back three. And then I think someone brought up the other day as well, with the final coming up, unless one of the defenders actually is fit, we're going to have no centre-backs for that game because Sanderson can't play. So I'll give it Sanderson. I think he played well today and did his job that he needed to.
Yeah, I guess it's a fair point. Maybe I'll give Mike to Sanderson as well. You kept them quiet. They didn't really challenge us much. But yeah, I think a good way to conclude that game was that it was a drab game, but we got there in the end, and Swindon didn't challenge us much, but we dealt with everything that we could. Anyway, we'll be back on Thursday, of course, for Thursday Night Live, as well as the stream on Saturday, the watch along. But from myself, Jack Dodds, from Conrad Lee, and from Deano, thanking everyone for watching. Please leave a like on the review if you haven't enjoyed it, and subscribe to SAFC Fan TV if you haven't. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.